Der. Da er vi på lufta. So, welcome everybody to the CosCast episode 11. And today we have The Gathering, a TG special. And in that occasion, we have a guest with us today. So she can, just get the ball rolling by introducing herself.
Yes. Hi, I'm Heidi, also known as Yux Cosplay. I'm going to be here and talking a bit about my experiences with The Gathering and cosplay. I've been cosplaying for about 7 years, but it's just the past year or so that I've been doing it seriously. I started cosplaying because I like video games and many geeky things, and then I wanted to try and be the characters that I loved so much. And it's a very cool feeling when you put on that cosplay and you walk around and be the character you love.
Definitely. I think we all share that same feeling. And so, as usual, I am your host. I am Pixie Dust Cosplay, but my real name is Anita. And my co-host, as usual, is the lovely
Annabella Cosplay, also known as Sunniva.
Yes. And so, to kick things off, we're going to start with our usual little thing and talk about what have we done cosplay-wise in the last week. Have you made anything?
I have actually just made some kind of thing today in about 5 minutes because I found some paper thingy that I found that I was going to throw away, but it had like this fun shape. So I decided to make a maze of it. So I'm gonna glue it and of course paint it, but
keep
now
it still so people can actually see it.
No. Well, it's not really that good put together right now, but it's just paper and some tape. And I'm obviously going to do a much better, proper job with this later.
Yeah, but it's a good start. So what are you planning on using it for?
I have no clue.
You were just feeling creative.
I just thought that it was gonna be a good maze.
Yeah, well, it was. I thought it looked cool, even just at this paper stage.
Yeah, I'm thinking of maybe doing some sort of barbarian-ish cosplay or something, but
You should
I'm not
do a
sure.
Skyrim barbarian or something like that.
Then I need to play Skyrim first.
Oh, okay. Well, what a Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder barbarian, maybe?
Maybe. We'll see.
Maybe. Yeah.
I've been a Pathfinder elf, so we can do it together.
Oh yeah, that's cool. We should do
that's
a group
nice.
thing. I'll be a mage. I can do that. I like mages. So what about you, Heidi? Have you been working on something this week?
Yes, I have. Because I was wearing Tempest Jana to The Gathering, and I wasn't pleased with the stuff I had made, so I made a new one.
So what did you remake?
I remade the whole top of the stuff. I can get it if you want to see.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yes.
If you have it handy, you can definitely show us.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm excited. I'm excited.
We like props on this show.
We
Yes.
do.
We do. So yeah, there she is. There. Oh wow, that's huge.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It must be really heavy to carry that thing around.
No, it's not because it's styrofoam.
All right.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was my next question. What did you make it from? And styrofoam, you say?
Yeah, I've carved it out of styrofoam, and then I have this orb, which has nail polish on the inside, and then I put LED lights in it and put it together and attached it here with the fish string, so it hovered.
Yeah, that's very clever.
That's really cool. Do you have like your own hobby room where you can do all these things, or do you do it just in your living room?
I do it in my living room. I bought this desk, and I call it my cosplay desk. It's really small, but I make do. Sometimes I sit on the floor, sometimes I use the desk.
Yeah, we do a lot of sitting on the floor too.
Oh yes, oh yes.
This is pretty much the entirety of my apartment that you can see behind me now, except for my bedroom. So it's really small and crowded.
Yes, I have the same problem. I really want a new apartment where I can have my own room just
Oh
for
my god,
my.
yes. That's like my orgasmic dream right now is to have my own hobby room with a table where I can have my sewing machine where I don't have to put it away every time I'm not using it. Oh,
And I also have a dog, so every time I try to lay out some new fabrics and cut them and stuff, he just comes around like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Stop it. Go over there. Stay. Stay." It's impossible.
I think a lot of cosplayers who have cats have that same problem, except that the cat just sits down on the fabric and just doesn't move.
I think
Yeah.
it's worse because they don't want to listen.
Let's see. So yeah, what have I done? I haven't really done anything cosplay stuff this week, but I made myself a little Easter holiday project. So what I did is I painted an Easter egg like Grumpy Cat.
Wow.
So yeah, this is Grumpy Cat, and this is Grumpy Cat's back. And he doesn't have a tail yet because I'm not really sure if I would bother making a tail, but I'm really happy with how his face turned out.
It's awesome.
It looks exactly like him.
So, this is a nice way to keep my candy safe from, a
People do
candy-hungry
not-
husband.
People do not want grumpy candy, so they're gonna keep their hands away from that egg.
Yeah, I was considering writing no on his belly, but I kind of like him as he is, so he'll probably stay this way. Yeah. So that's what I've done this weekend, and also put on ears.
Wow. Good job.
It took me 5 seconds. Yeah. So let's move on to our main topic this week, which is the Gathering. And for those who do not know, the Gathering is one of the biggest LAN parties in the world. Where is it like thousands? Do they have that many attendants? How many people visit it? Well, it's a lot of people who gather in a place called Vikingskipet, and they game together. And they also have like creative competitions where you can do game art or cosplay contests and so on. And it was this weekend, and Heidi, you attended. So what was your experiences?
It was awesome, just like last year, and lots of people, lots of music. The bass was a lot higher than last year. It was so loud.
There's a thing with gamers that they seem like they really, really enjoy bass.
Yes, definitely.
And like childish music, like Pink Helicopter song and Floppy the Crocodile. What kind of song is this year's track, would you say?
Well, you had a concert, which a lot of people attended, and that seemed to be the big hype this year.
I can believe that.
But it's something special when those lights get turned off and it's dark and all you see are all these screens and you hear the music, then you really get that long feeling.
Yeah. There's just something special about that feeling where, people have their sleeping bags and tons of candy and you're sitting up for way too long, and yeah, it's just something really cozy about that feeling.
Yeah. Now, I didn't sleep there because I was only there for one day, but I was planning on being there the entire week, but it didn't work out this year, so I hope next year I will be there the entire long.
Right.
I'm actually kind of stoked that I kind of want to go next year. I feel like I have lost time not being there or something, because
like you wasted time not being there.
Yeah, it's weird. I have a few friends who has been posting really massively the days before they left for the Gathering, and posting pictures and stuff. And it was like one of my friends, she had put out all the things she was bringing, like food-wise. Only noodles, a few bags of potato chips, like this huge bag of loads of soda cans and chocolates and stuff. And I'm like, wow, I want this.
I want this sugar and sodium-based diet. It sounds delicious.
And I wanted this game for a whole week or weekend or whatever long it lasts. But it's like, you're allowed to. It's fantastic.
It is fantastic indeed.
Yeah, I've never been to the gathering. I've only been to one like big lawn convention or gathering, and inappropriate stuff was done by me. So yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, me and my boyfriend at the time ended up having sex in a tent.
No.
Inside the hall where the gamers were.
Wow.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Thanks.
Convention sex.
Wow.
Wow, I sound like a big dirty slag, but okay.
Yes, you do.
But he was my boyfriend. It wasn't like some random dude. Hey, nerdy guy, come and stick it to me. No.
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 But all right, you were only there for one day, Heidi. And what did you do this day?
I arrived about 1:30 and then started putting on my costume, which took about 2 hours.
Wow.
And then I went to the pre-judging in the cosplay competition. Then I had an hour break where I just ate and trying to not faint from the chest piece. And then
Right.
then I did the stage show.
How did that? What do you have to do on the stage show? Is it just like walk on, prance around, and then go back, or do you have to do something?
This year you just walked on and then you did a few poses and then walked down again. Since this time the judges had already seen your costume up close. But like last year it was an interview by some of the hosts. But I liked it better the way it was this year. Because I think it's easier to keep people's attention if it's not like 30 people coming up being interviewed and it takes like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I agree. Spill Expo at Lillestrøm did that this year, where every contestant had to talk about their cosplay before they went on stage. And it took a lot of time, and even for me, who is really super into cosplay at the moment, kind of was like, oh, yawn, get on with it. So I think it's a good idea to actually do interviews or, the big time judging before or after the catwalk part of the competition. Because people who are not really big time into cosplay, they just want to see the catwalk thingy and then nothing else, really.
Yeah, so like Spill Expo and the gathering where people are there mainly because of games and not cosplay, then it's a good thing that it's a bit fast.
Yeah.
But like if you go to Desicon cosplay in Japan, then people are more into cosplay, so you can do longer then instead.
Yeah, because there you have like you make a scripted performance almost.
Yeah.
But I would think that maybe most of the cosplayers on the gathering are cosplaying from games, or am I wrong?
Yes, they were. Almost everybody was from games. So I think it's fun for the people at the gathering to see their characters come to life as well. So it seemed like many people liked it, and I know myself and other people I talk to, they get really good feedback from the people there, and people want to take pictures and ask questions, and it's just really nice.
Yeah, and that kind of brings around a subject I wanted to talk a little bit about, because I saw an interview with Crix Design on the Gathering page, where she said that, or I think it was she who said it, or one of the other cosplayers, that you get more attention at the Gathering when you cosplay because there aren't that many cosplayers, whereas if you go to a cosplay convention, everyone's kind of expected to be in costume, and so it's not as big of a deal.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't really thought about it before, but now that you mention it, that is true. Yeah.
How would you say that the level of like good cosplayers are at the gathering, or is it a mixture of both like uh, new beginners or and experienced people? Um,
I think the level was quite high this year. Um, it seemed more serious than last year because last year people sort of entered last minute and then just wore. I know that previous year someone has walked up with just covered in duct tape. So
Wow.
it was way more. And as always, when there's money involved, usually more serious cosplayers show up.
Yeah, for sure. Because you want to get some payback for all those expensive, fantastic costumes that you make.
Yes. um, so I think the level was quite high.
Mm.
Yeah.
what do you have to do to enter the cosplay contest at the gathering?
All you had to do was send in a picture of the character you were gonna be, and and a picture of yourself in the cosplay, and then you just wrote the information, like from which game or movie, and your name, and then you just sent it in, and that was it.
But other costume competition often requires that you have made uh, most of the costume yourself. Is that also a
Criteria.
yeah? Thanks.
But that was also actually new this year. Last year, not everyone had made their costumes, but this year that was written in the rules that you had to make most of your cosplay yourself. You could have like details that you hadn't made yourself, but the main parts had to be made by you.
Yeah, I get like wigs and shoes and stuff. It's kind of hard to make on your own. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I just remembered a reminder to our audience. If you have any questions for either Heidi or us about the gathering or cosplay in general, feel free to use our Q&A feature that is on Google Plus, or you can comment under the video on YouTube, and we will do our best to answer your questions live. So if there's anything you want to know, just send us a question.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I've never been to the gathering myself, but I realize that it's a huge event, and a lot of gamers, it's gamers' Christmas basically, at least in Norway.
Definitely.
So what do you think is like the best thing with the gathering?
Uh, this whole social stuff, that you get to meet so many people that have the same interests as you do, and just the whole feel to it. The like I spoke about earlier, the when the music is on, the lights are off, and it's just this very special feeling that you are at a LAN, and it's just great. You can't do that anywhere else. And
So it's a sense of community almost, like.
yeah, definitely. And you know that people won't look at you weirdly if you talk about games or nerdy stuff, because everyone there has the same interests as you do, and you meet so many new friends. I almost every convention I go to or every LAN I go to, I meet new people and get new friends. So people are so open and nice, and it's just a really sense of community. Yeah.
That's great. Do you have like anything you would like to criticize about the gathering? Like things you think they should improve upon, or like they're missing or something?
Some cosplayers and myself have experienced maybe some unwanted sexual comments. So maybe they should have written something like cosplay is not consent posters, like they've had some conventions.
Well, yeah, they have some. I noticed they have some strict rules about noise. Like you can't bring horns and stuff into the gathering. So they should probably have some strict rules about don't make inappropriate comments or touch people inappropriately
Yeah.
if they're in costume. That's very important.
I agree, that's extremely important, especially if they really want people to come and be a cosplayer at the gathering, because I think most people kind of appreciate the cosplayers who's there, and then they want to keep them and not scare them away by sexualizing comments and stuff.
Yeah, and it's very few people who do it compared to how many people are there. So it's only a few people ruining it for the rest. But
Well, that's the thing, because even though there aren't that many people who behave inappropriately, you remember them, and they can really ruin your day or your experience of a lawn or a convention.
yeah,
And so respect is a very big deal.
yes. So maybe they should have had some posters about that, because I think it's fairly known in conventions and stuff, because there are cosplayers and it's fairly known in our community. But in LANs and stuff, many people see cosplayers for the first time, so maybe they don't know what is accepted and not to say or do when they see a cosplayer.
Yeah, I totally get that. If you're not accustomed to the cosplay culture, you probably get excited or horny or whatever. What the fuck do I know? And then you kind of forget yourself and your filter comes off. So sure, some people just say stuff like that by accident because they forget themselves. But there are creeps out there definitely who just say it because they want to.
And also, I think when you see someone in a costume, even if it's like an actor or a cosplayer or whoever, you kind of forget that it's a real person behind the mask and not just an object. So you need to remember always that if it moves, it's alive.
Yeah. But, like I said, most people are nice, so
Yeah.
only a few people
Yeah.
behave like that. But so maybe that's the one thing I could say negative, that they should either inform on their website or hang up posters or something with a few basic like rules on how to behave around cosplayers.
Yeah. Well, there you hear the gathering. You have some good tips here.
Yeah. And it's not really a negative.
No.
It's just like a tip on what you should do.
What's
Yeah.
it called?
Constructive criticism.
Yes, constructive criticism. Thank you. So let's go back to the competition a little bit. What did you think about the winners? Do you think they were worthy?
Definitely. They were totally awesome.
Who won?
Well, I have
Ravari cosplay. Miriam.
yeah, Rawari. I have a list here of who won. So it was Miriam Johansson, her cosplay handle is Rawari, and she was a Death Knight tier 15. And yeah. And in second place, there was Jenny Nilsson, also known as Bumby, and she cosplayed a little sister from BioShock.
Scary.
And third place went to Julia Wiesett, Pixel Angel, for her Redeemed Driven cosplay from League of Legends. And fourth went to Caroline Christensen, also known as Karis, for her Undead Priest Tier 5.
Hmm.
So, and I have some pictures of them up on my screen, and they're all
Wow.
pretty impressive. And I understand why the Death Knight won, because wow, that sword and those pauldrons, must have taken a lot of work.
Can you?
The win
Can-
before.
Yeah, I can screen share it. The pictures aren't really big, so I don't know how much you're gonna see of it. But this is the winner, Ravari. And clicking on them doesn't make them bigger. And this is the little sister, and the Redeemed Riven, and the Undead Priest. And there were also some Skyrim and more League of Legends stuff and Lord of the Rings stuff going on. So
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
actually recognize a few of those pictures that I've seen posted already on Facebook.
So yeah, it seems like the quality of the competition was really up there this year, for sure.
Yeah, and I told Miriam that she was gonna win before the competition started because like her costume is so impressive, and I can't believe she's made all that. It's so uh, big, but at the same time it's so clean. Like it's not bumpy at all, and
I can see that she has installed lights in her pauldrons,
yeah,
blue lights. So she's definitely done some technical work on it too, which is very impressive to me because I am a technical moron. I just am. That's the truth. But yeah, so she must have spent like so many hours making that costume.
she said she made it in 4 months.
Oh,
But
Wow.
I bet she used many hours each day.
Yes, she must have.
Mm.
But it kind of gains her though, because you can see if you use much time and if you are a, a really detailed freak, then you will, get something back. And she won, obviously. So
Yeah, and she won a prize last year too, as best newcomer.
well, that's cool. From being newcomer to winner in 1 year, that's really impressive.
Yeah, and the costume last year was also very impressive. So,
wow.
which is definitely stepped it up even higher now. So,
There's hope for us too.
ah, well, that's the fun thing
Yes.
about cosplay. You always improve, and for each costume you make, you learn something new. Sometimes you learn from an error you make. Sometimes you just learn from the experience you get under the way, and you get better skills. And that's the fun thing, to look back at the costumes you used to make and then compare them to the ones you make today, and then you can see an improvement.
Yeah, I definitely learn from my mistakes. That's the path I'm going. Definitely.
Well, but just looking back at our first cosplays, which were Ariel and Belle, where we did not know what we were doing at all, and
I still don't.
we still don't know what we're doing, but we know a little bit more about what we're doing than the last time, so it's getting better. My seams are straighter. Oh, I lost an ear. That happens.
I definitely have more experience on what to do and what not to do again. Uh, so I would say that my skills have improved drastically.
Well, sometimes knowing what not to do is just as good as knowing what to do. Really.
Yeah.
Oh, look, we have like 5 live viewers right now. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, people. Remember to ask questions if there's something specific that you want to know, or question you're burning with. You need an answer to something. Yeah. So we've gone through that. I thought we could also talk a little bit about what is happening in the cosplay world, in general, outside of the Norwegian borders.
I have seen that there has been a complete DK kind of convention in Copenhagen this weekend.
Yes, Copenhagen Games or Gaming or something like that.
Yeah, and one Norwegian cosplayer, Tina Maria Ries,
Yeah.
was there as a judge,
Yes.
and that was pretty cool.
And she went there with her Alexstrasza cosplay, which is, I could never, ever, ever cosplay that because it's so skimpy. I mean, it's a pair of panties and a bra and some armor. And I would not be comfortable. But then again, she has an amazing body, so I can
And also,
understand.
when you are like a character from a game or from film or whatever, the skimpiness of it kind of goes away, I think. And also when you have bracers and a huge, like, horns and hair everywhere and leg thingies, then the skin kind of, you don't see this how much skin it really is until you
Well, because
think
it's part
about
of the character.
Yeah.
I understand what you mean. Yeah. No, I don't have a problem with it being over-sexualized or too skimpy in general. It's just that for my body image, with my level of self-esteem, I could never do that because I don't have her body. I'm almost 30 and there are some, love handles going on and some puffiness here and there, and yeah, I'm not gonna look as hot as Alexstrasza as Tina Maria does.
But
That's
hey,
just fact.
you get almost 30, that's nothing.
Yeah.
No. She's still rocking it, and she's like 34.
Who is?
She's past 30 anyways.
Who is?
Yaya.
Oh yeah, Yaya Han. But Yaya Han has always looked great, and she probably exercises on a regular basis. I do not. I do not. Not because I'm necessarily lazy, but because I hate exercising. It's so fucking boring. It's mind-numbingly dull. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
I hated exercising until I found the thing I loved doing.
Yeah, I had fun trying Zumba, but then I got sick of that too. So.
I like
what
I
you
like weightlifting.
Oh God, I hate weightlifting. That and jogging, that's the worst.
I love weightlifting too.
Yay! I went to the gym a few days ago and I did some exercising with my what are these called? I don't know the English word.
Shoulder blades?
Shoulders. Yes. And I actually got so stiff in my muscles that when the clock on my phone rang the next day, I couldn't lift my arm to turn it off. It was just stuck.
Well, my arms are, getting to the point where, they kind of jiggle when I do like that because I have no upper arm muscle build. It's mainly just, what we in Norwegian would call fiskebolle.
Well,
I'm just as pale as one too, as you can clearly see.
But this right here is what was looked upon as being rich.
Yes. If I had been born in, the Victorian era or the Renaissance or something, I would be one wealthy and sexy motherfucker.
That's really true.
Mm-mm. Because I'm pale too, which means that I would have been, considered rich.
Yes. And also, I've noticed that a lot of my friends on Facebook have been on HobbitCon in Germany this weekend.
I'm so jealous. I so want to go to HobbitCon.
Yes, I do too. And I've seen some pictures, and it looks like they've had a great time.
Yeah. I follow Starbit on Instagram. Her name is Idapod, I think, on Instagram. and she posts like crazy. She is an Instagram hoe.
What?
Because, you know, she posts so many things a day, so you're kind of like, oh, Starbit posted again. Oh, there she goes again. Oh, and there's another one. Wow, when does she have time to do all of this stuff, you know? But it's really adorable. She takes a lot of cute and fun pictures, and yeah. And Ingrid Beast is with her too, I think,
Yes.
with her Keely cosplay.
And
Yes.
Grete V's cosplay.
Yes, as Thranduil, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't seen anyone else that I know of. That's
I've seen
there.
a lot.
Yeah.
Teresa Time. She's
Oh
there.
yeah, she's there too. Yeah, because she's doing Pippin.
Yep.
Yeah. Hmm.
And there's probably someone I'm forgetting, but
Well, I don't speak German, but I think that probably most of the people at the con speak English, so I don't think there would be a problem going there.
no.
Probably not.
It's just it seems like such a great con and so many great costumes and so many fun people, and I just want to go.
I want to go there too, but I don't have a Lord of the Rings cosplay yet.
No, exactly, me neither. But I'm gonna.
What kind of things do you really like to cosplay, Heidi?
Mostly from games, like League of Legends and Zelda. But I've also done a My Little Pony cosplay and an original character. But I plan to do more League of Legends cosplay in the future. I've done 2 so far. Lux and
But
Janna.
you've done Jana and
Lux.
Lux, yes. Yeah, of course, I've seen that. So what League of Legends character do you want to, like, cosplay in the future?
I am currently in the making of Tempest Jan. No, sorry. Torius Morgana.
Oh, cool.
The skin you could win for Morgana if you were gold in last season, I think it was.
Morgana,
never-
that's the one with the huge wings, right?
Yes.
Yes. She's tricky.
I have never played this game. I do realize that there are so many people who are
You should
cosplaying.
probably try it. It's hard to get into, so I don't play it that much, but the lore and all the characters are so amazing.
Yeah, that's what I've seen because
Yeah.
there's so many
So
cosplayers.
it's
that
just it's
cosplay.
worth getting into the game just for the lore and the characters, really. But I tried playing it a little bit for a while, and I did a decent job as an AD carry when I played Ashe, but I sucked with everyone else. So
The thing about the LOL is that, at least for me, it was that at first I didn't get anything of it. So I was like asking questions all the time, needing guidance, and then you just reach a point where you just sort of click, and then you understand everything. And it's like, you know what to buy at the store, you know what to level up. I'm not saying that I'm finished learning, but you sort of get.
but you're a decent player, basically.
I haven't started playing ranked yet, so I don't know.
No, I don't play ranked. I can't be bothered. I don't play to compete. I like to play for the fun of it.
Yes, me too.
Yeah. So, but I just think it's a fun game and it's a fun concept. And I had to do a lot of like looking up things in forums to get specs and things like that. But usually I just ask my husband because he's my cheat sheet because he learns things like that. He's like an autist. Like he's got gaming Asperger's or something. He just gets it. And
I really wish that I had it like that, but I really don't. I really suck at games. I'm the worst, like completely the worst. But I love playing games. I do.
Yeah.
But I just really suck. When I started playing Assassin's Creed Unity, I kept on like for hours just running around, not doing my main quest. So I just went around in like peasant clothes, and I got irritated every time I died. Because I did not have any weapons and no armor, nothing.
That's what happens when you don't follow the storyline in the beginning. You don't
I
get
know.
jack shit.
So,
But I'm the same way. I suck at games. I can't play competitive gaming or hardcore gaming. I'm more of a casual gamer. Like, I play for the fun of it because I love the storytelling aspect of games and the fact that it's so interactive. And that's especially why I love RPGs like Dragon Age or the old Baldur's Gate stories or The Witcher and things like that, where you kind of have you feel like you have a certain level of control over what happens, and you get to make choices, and I really enjoy that aspect of gaming.
Do you guys like Zelda games?
Yes,
Yes.
I really like Zelda.
They have such great story and music and everything.
Yes.
Hmm.
I think that must be my favorite games because I've played like 11 Zelda games.
Oh wow, that's a lot more than me. But I really like Zelda, and I would really like to do a gender bend Link at some point.
Yeah, I've done that. That was long ago, so it was like not very good, but people understood who I was.
Well, that's the fun part, when people understand who you're trying to be.
Yeah.
For someone, it probably was good, even though you don't feel like it yourself right now.
It was my first cosplay though.
Oh, that's nice.
I wore it to my first con, which was DesiCon in 2008, I think.
Wow. You've been going for a long time.
Yeah, but the first years I just went to DesiCon and only DesiCon, so it was once a year.
Mm.
The last year I went to 10 conventions.
Oh
Wow.
How can you afford to go to so many conventions?
I don't know.
You just find the money somehow.
Well, I work and I get my student loan.
Yeah.
And then I
Prioritizing.
out of it, and I don't do many other expensive stuff, so I prioritize cosplaying and LANs and
Hmm.
everything. So
I think
yeah.
that's a really healthy hobby to have. It's better than going out on the city and every weekend and spend all your money on drinks and not remember shit
Oh
afterwards.
yeah, but you're not getting a skill by drinking.
No.
Let's face it. That's not, you don't get achievements unless you count, losing half an ear and getting a black eye as an achievement.
Losing your brain cells.
Yeah, waking up and not remembering anything, it's not an achievement. But making cosplays, it is, and I also prioritize that way. I don't drink, basically, just every now and then at home or when I'm invited to a birthday party or something.
Which happens never. No,
Never.
I'm just kidding.
Because I'm a horrible person and no one likes me. No, it's not that bad.
No.
it's important to mention to the non-Norwegian viewers that alcohol is expensive in Norway, like
Oh, yeah.
crazy expensive. So
Yes.
if you
Yeah.
don't drink, then you can make a lot more cosplays.
Yeah, because a bottle of, like, rum
Bless
is...
you.
Thank you. A bottle of rum is like 500 Norwegian krone or something like that, and in dollars, it's like $40, I think, or $45 for a bottle of rum. So it's expensive, and I could buy an entire, fabric load for
$63.
Hmm?
$63.
$63 for a bottle of rum. There you go. So it's expensive. So I can, fund an entire cosplay on that money instead of drinking that bottle of rum,
Yeah.
basically. So, yeah. We prioritize. Any...
More cheap cosplays.
Hmm?
I feel like I need to make more cheap cosplays.
Well, that's the thing. Me and Sunniva, we're just starting out, so most of our cosplays aren't very expensive because we don't want to invest too much money in things that might not
Turn out good.
okay. Yeah.
I don't want to ruin like a that's costing too much.
Well, yeah. I mean, you might want to save the expensive, $40 a meter fabric for something special when you're capable of actually making it.
Yes.
And also recycling stuff, like you use styrofoam for your Jana scepter, and Sunniva used, cardboard for that.
for that thing.
For that
I don't know what
mace.
it is.
That thing. Yeah, so it's important to, to just use things that, people would consider to be garbage because
Yeah, like
cosplay
Enyassia
gold.
did.
Yes.
Enyassia, our co-host that usually stays with us here on Sundays, she actually made some bracers out of used toilet rolls. Not used, but
She used used toilet paper. No, she used empty toilet paper rolls.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's really clever. Styrofoam, cardboard, pizza boxes, toilet rolls, anything made out of cardboard or paper you can use for props.
Well,
Yes.
I have to be honest and say that the styrofoam I used was bought.
Yeah, but styrofoam isn't that easy to, just collect or find here and there.
It's not like garbage, it's meant for isolation.
Yeah. Well, I can understand that.
But
But-
sometimes you can use like stuff that you collect. Like I guess that if you have bigger pieces of the styrofoam left, you will keep it in just in case you'll need it later.
Definitely.
That's what I do.
Yes. And Christina, Cricks Design, she's made a whole chest plate out of pizza boxes.
Wow.
I don't know if you've seen it, but
Yeah, it's the green one with the dragon scales.
yes,
Yes.
the master at taking cheap garbage, as people would say, and transforming it into awesome cosplays.
Hmm.
It's really cool, and I really want to do something like that one day.
Well, you have already started.
I have. Maybe
Yes, you
I'll
have.
make this barbarian out of only paper and stuff. Not only paper, but
Hmm.
maybe
Just
I'll.
don't rain or anything.
Yeah.
There's that. No, I'm just, FYI on the League of Legends, I really want to do a Winter Wonder Lulu cosplay because she's so cute.
Yeah, do that.
Mm.
That would
Okay,
be.
Yordle. Mm.
Mm.
No, man.
What?
I needed to Google out what kind of creature this Lulu was, and she was cute.
Yes, she's adorable. So you should definitely join me and do a League of Legends cosplay too, Cineva.
Yes, but I think I need to try to play this game first.
Yes, that's probably a good idea. But
I'm just like-
it's a free to play, so all you have to do is install it and you're good to go.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
I also saw that Grotesque Kawaii was at the Gathering with her League of Legends cosplay, and she had this
Easter Bunny Ziggs.
yes, and Six does not really look like a human or a girl for that matter. So
No,
I
he's a furry Yordle. So he's the same race as Lulu, but the Yordle men have fur, but the girls don't.
That's all.
Yeah, it's a bit strange. I don't know why they chose to make it that way, but maybe Yordle girls like furries, or I don't know.
I don't know, but I think she did a really good job with her cosplay.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And also, like, the Easter egg thing, it's like her own thing that I think she cooperated really well.
Yeah. Yeah, because she made like Easter Bunny ears for Sigs and a belt buckle with an Easter Bunny logo and Easter
Eggs.
Easter eggs bombs.
Yeah, and she also sold some Easter eggs there.
Yeah, I saw she had painted some Horde and Alliance eggs and some Adventure Time eggs.
Ah, Adventure Time! I love Adventure Time! It's my favorite thing, and I really love that you have a Lumpy Space Princess behind you. Hey. Love it.
Oh my god. Yeah, so you should totally do Adventure Time cosplay, Cinema.
Yes! I really want to do that, and I saw some awesome people at Desicon Fantasy that was dressed up as Adventure Time characters.
Well,
Tilda and those people, the steampunk, or someone else.
It was a lot of people cosplaying Adventure Time.
Yeah, there was.
I saw at least 3 different Finns and 1 Fiona and a Jake and a Marceline and yeah.
Which is your favorite character from Adventure Time?
Oh, have to be Lemon Grab. I love Lemon Grab.
Who's Lemon Grab?
The most annoying character ever.
Of course you would love the most annoying character ever.
I like Lumpy Space Princess, and I like, if I ever did a cosplay from Adventure Time, I'm not really sure who I would pick. I would have to think a little bit more on
What's the
that.
vampire girl's name?
Marceline.
Marceline. And Fiona is the girl with the pink dress
No, that's the girl version of Finn.
with the crown and everything.
No, it's like an episode where they're suddenly gender bending, sort of. They switch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Finn is suddenly a girl named Fiona.
Uh-huh. I get
And
it.
she has a cat named Cake
Uh-huh.
instead of Jake the dog.
I get it. So, yeah, I don't really watch Adventure Time a whole lot because it's just so spacey. But then again, I watch Archer, so I don't have a right to comment on what is spacey and not.
No. I think it's weird that Adventure Time is made for kids.
Yes. Because it's really not a kids show. Seriously. I would not let my children watch that if I had any.
No.
Well-
Oh god, it's so spacey. It's like the people making it has been taking acid or something.
Yeah.
I actually watched a TV show on YouTube, which is from one of the creators of Adventure Time, or painters of Adventure Time, and she's made another series. I don't really remember what it was called, but it's about this girl who just can't get a job. It's the same kind of humor, and she has a cat that can travel through space and time.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Awesome!
Oh, by the way, we have a comment on YouTube from another cosplayer called Living Turquoise. And he says that gender bend cosplays are the funniest to do. He's working on several gender bends at this time from League of Legends and Legend of Zelda.
Wow, that sounds really interesting.
Yeah, good for you, Living Turquoise. We look forward to seeing it.
I know who it is.
It's a pal of yours?
Yes. So I've seen the cosplays in the making.
Ooh, that's...
And hi to Heidi's friend. Hello.
Hello.
It's always fun with comments and questions and stuff. We really love receiving them because it gives us something more to talk about, besides ourselves.
Yeah.
But then again, we never get tired of talking about ourselves, so but it's getting to be into the last 8 minutes. So should we wrap up by talking about, have we played anything specific or watched anything specific this week?
Yeah, can do. Should I start?
Yeah. Sure.
I have started watching Doctor Who.
Oh,
Wow.
Enyassia did that too last week or the week before that, I think.
I started like 3 weeks ago, I think.
So how do you like it?
I love it.
So, do you recommend both me and Anita have never watched Doctor Who, or she has probably seen a few episodes, but I have not watched one episode ever. Do you recommend us watching it?
Definitely. It starts a bit weird in the beginning of the first season. I was like, what the heck is this?
I never really liked the leather jacket dude that's in the first.
No.
I didn't find him charming or interesting at all, but the other guys I kind of like.
Yeah, and it's also, it feels like in the beginning they hadn't really found their thing yet. It's sort of weird, but then after a few episodes it just starts getting better and better. And then from the second season, when they change Doctor into the 10th Doctor, then it starts getting really awesome. So I'm definitely hooked. It's awesome.
Awesome. Because a lot of people love Doctor Who, and it's a huge hype. And I mean, in England, it's like a national sport to watch Doctor Who. It seems. So I'm not totally into it, but I can understand why people like it. It's very quirky and kind of innocent, and just fun space-time continuum goofing off.
Yeah.
So yeah, sure, I can understand it. It's just never really hooked me. But maybe the next seasons will. One can only
Maybe.
hope. So Sunniva, what have you been doing? Anything special?
I have watched Guardians of the Galaxy.
Ooh, I haven't
Finally.
seen it yet. Was it good?
It was good, but I think people have hyped it a little bit too much up the roof. But it was good. I liked it.
I felt the same way about Frozen when I finally watched it. I watched it like a year after it was released. And I was like, oh my god, this is going to be so awesome because everyone loves it. And I was like, Elsa's a little bit like a drag queen.
But, you know, Disney actually made it so people would like Anna the best.
Yeah, probably. But
They intended Anna to be like the star, but suddenly people started liking Elsa instead, so...
Yeah, but I can understand why, because Elsa is, you know, this insecure, she doesn't really know what to do with herself, and she goes on this journey of self-discovery, whereas Anna goes from being very naive to being a little bit less naive, and she has mostly fun doing it, except for the whole freezing to death part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have also been doing a lot of some math, because I like math. That's what I do.
And you're taking a degree or a course?
I'm taking a course, more or less. And I've also taken upon myself to grade some papers from the hairdressing school that I work at. And
I heard you were a little bit frustrated about that, but I will not go too much into it.
No. Please, no.
No. But I can understand. I wouldn't want to, you know, grade papers myself, to be honest, because I would just feel so guilty if I had to fail someone. It was like, oh no.
You know, that's one of the things that I really, really want to do when I first
fail someone?
become a teacher. No, grading papers. It's fun to, like, write notes with that red pen. Just say someone either I'm painting on smiley faces on the people that's doing good.
That makes it so much better. It's condescending constructive criticism. Yeah, no. I would probably be pretty heavy-handed with the red pen myself if I graded papers. I would probably become like a red pen dictator or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
I only want people to be better than what they've already done, so...
Well, I've pretty much been gaming Dragon Age Inquisition, trying to finish the game, because I haven't. I have now logged 104 hours on one game in Dragon Age Inquisition. And I'm still not done. So...
I need to get my gaming on that game, I feel. I haven't really had the time to do any gaming or reading or anything this Easter.
I took the time. I mean, I've been pretty cramped with writing school papers and stuff, but I needed a break, so I figured, yay, Dragon Age. And I ended a relationship with Blackwall because he turned out to be a lying fucking bastard, and now...
No spoilers!
And now I'm romancing Cullen. Because I have a thing for Templars, because let's face it, Alistair was the bomb in Dragon Age Origins.
Oh, Alistair. That's... He broke my heart.
I know. How about you, Heidi? Are you a Dragon Age fan?
I was just about to say that I haven't played it at all.
Oh my god, you have to.
Do you recommend it?
Oh yeah.
Yes!
It's like it took over huge parts of my life.
Yes, it did. It did. In 2010, I think it was. Oh my god, it was the only thing I did. I don't really remember anything from my life from that time, except from Dragon Age.
It was so good. You had to go through all the different character classes just to get through the personal stories, because you wanted to see where all the relationships with all the other NPCs could go, because it's so well made. And so Dragon Age Origins and Inquisition are the best ones, but number 2 is entertaining as well.
Number 2 is alright.
Yeah, but it seems a little bit rushed, so it's not... If you're going to start with Dragon Age, start with the first one or Inquisition, because those are by far the best.
Yes.
Maybe I'll try it after I'm done with all the longest journey games.
Yes.
If you're going to start a new game series this year, Dragon Age is the one.
Yeah.
Just saying. So it's 21:59 now, which means that we should really just wrap it up.
Yes.
So it's been really nice having you on the show, Yux. And you can tell people where can they find you on the internet.
You can search for Yux Cosplay in Facebook. It's written YUX. And that's about the only page I have because I don't use Instagram or Twitter. So that's the place to go. I think the link is facebook.com/Yux Cosplayer.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Good. So people go find your page and like it. She deserves it. Do it. And I am Pixie Dust Cosplay. And you can find me at Facebook if you search for Pixie Dust Cosplay. Pixie Dust in one word. And I'm also available on Twitter under Anita_Illis, like an illustration. And on Instagram at Anita.Olsen.9678.
That's easy to remember.
Yeah, that's super easy to remember, I know. But Facebook made it that way, and I can't change it now. I don't know why. Doesn't want to change. So that's the way it is. I'll write it down in the show notes. And Sunniva?
Yeah, you can find me at Annabelle Cosplay on Facebook. I do have a Twitter and I do have an Instagram, but it's not only for cosplaying stuff. It's for my life, stuff.
My Instagram is for my life in general too. But there's a lot of cosplay stuff, and
so there, my name is.
It's a bonus.
Instagram and Twitter and basically everything else that you can find me in. Like if you want to play Word Feud with me or something else, just NGH and Sunniva. So NGH Sunniva. Yeah.
So there you have it. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram or on YouTube. And thanks for watching this episode. And next time, I think we will be having a gender bend or crossplay special with Ingrid Beast, who won the Dezucon Fantasy Costume Contest. And we will also be talking about our next planned group cosplay, which we 3 girls in the CosCast are going to do. So, watch that episode. It's going to be fun. And that's pretty much everything for this time. So
that's all. Bye.